Hello, beautiful people. This is a very, very important message to everyone. I thought it best to send a video through. It's always super hard to get everyone together at one time, and I didn't want to write a massive message in Messenger or anything like that. So obviously once this is finished, everyone can take it on board and give me a call, give Sarah or I a call, or arrange to catch up in person. It's a little bit lengthy probably with what I've got to go through, but yeah, it directly affects everyone. So there's been a few issues in the past with the landlords next door, and now currently the last year and a half or so, there's a potential business opening up next door, which is a brewery / distillery. As they're wall to wall with us, we knew that there would be some kind of conflict in operations, and especially the sound that may be coming through if they're doing like a commercial fit out and everything. Now, we've been in negotiations with them. The guy that's running the whole thing, he's quite a he's quite a strong-willed, strong-minded, overbearing type of character. And he approached us quite a while ago before the COVID lockdown, and he offered us to potentially move tenancies and make it worth our while by helping fund the move and get all the work done and deal with all the headache of the move, so then we could keep operating. It seemed like quite a good deal. We hadn't signed anything. We were kind of like weighing that up. Then when the lockdown happened, he pulled the pin on that. Now, for whatever reason, we're presuming it's because they thought we were going to not make it through the whole COVID period. So they disappeared. We didn't hear from them. He pulled the deal away. And then I tried to contact him several times without much response. Didn't really reply to much of my messages, just to know if they were starting, what we had to do to prepare for soundproofing and things like this, which he was really, really helping us. At the new tenancy, he was pressing them to create a really good sound barrier to help us, because it's what our business would require to maintain the current state of nice, quiet environment. So when they came back to us eventually, he's basically told us that he's got a little bit of a deal that he's done with the landlord at the end of our lease. They will take our tenancy, which is still a few years away. Gave me a list of all of these things that they're going to be doing next door, which may or may not be true, but he told me that they've been approved for a rooftop bar and all these things were happening. Now, then he gave us a list of work to be done and basically saying that our business will be destroyed if we don't move. And then he didn't offer to contribute anything this time. Basically, it was a bit of a threat to, if you don't move, your business won't last. So we pushed back a little bit and said, you need to offer a contribution, which then he changed his tune, said, oh, we were going to offer you something. So then he offered me a loosely based amount. After getting a lot of advice, I've decided that this guy can't be trusted and we're not going to get what he's saying we're going to get. So there's something that really doesn't feel right. And I was open to potentially moving and do it as best we can. But this is our whole future. Like, it's not just our business's future. This is like Sarah and myself's life. Like, if something went wrong, that could send us bankrupt and we'd be in ruins basically, because we don't have the financial backing to fight these guys legally if something goes down that track, because they've got millions of dollars. So we've decided, after going back and forth, we asked them for basically a set amount of money to keep it clean. We'll deal with our own fit out, and they've said no to that, so they don't want to go down that road. And then we ended up saying, well, we're not doing a deal otherwise. They asked us to name a figure. We named a figure. They've refused. And then they've come back with a complete lowball figure, lower than they've offered the whole time, and left us with the choice of just saying, well, that's not happening. So that's where we're at. He's said that they're going to be starting work as soon as possible, and he's probably got a bit of resentment towards us not being pushed over. So my main concern is what the noise and everything is going to be like for this fit out phase. So we have found out that they have not lodged an application even with the council yet to do any of the work. So we don't know if they're even legally allowed to start a power tool next door. So we're just going to be mindful of that. I'll be in touch with council if anything starts, and they may have to lodge some specific permits if they want to build a rooftop and all these things like he's saying that they're building. But there's going to have to be a lot of things in place before that happens. So if you could all just trust that I'm going to try my best. We're going to try and arrange things where we can soundproof the walls of the centre and the roof of the therapy rooms as best we can. If this work starts, it could be ongoing for a little while. There's another centre in Currumbin called Newer Health, and we're quite good friends with the owner there, and they had the same issue happening. So throughout treatments for massage, this could work. They just had some noise cancelling headphones for the clients so that they could not hear the noise going on. We would communicate with every client before they're coming in that there's potentially construction noises happening. We'll try and soundproof what we can, because it seems like he's unwilling to let us do anything on their side of the wall now, because he's just a prick basically and doesn't want to help us. He's like, oh, it won't work for us, sorry, bad luck. So we're going to try and insulate the walls, maybe up the roof. I'm going to just try my best to do what I can. And then I've asked them if they could just do us a decency and let us know of what works are happening when, which originally he said he would try, but now he's backpedaling and saying, oh, we can't really give you that information week to week because there's too much happening. So we'll just see how this works, but I'm not really willing to be dealing with this guy head to head, because it's just going to escalate into a bad situation. But I wanted to be clear with everyone of what position we've been in, and this has been quite ongoing. And the reason we made the decision not to move is just because everyone that I know has dealt with this guy does not get a good feeling about him. He's very untrustworthy. He's changed his mind about things so many times, and he keeps shifting the goalposts, so to speak. So we just don't feel he's going to be able to deliver what he's saying. So there could potentially be the option that the tenancy isn't fit for purpose for him now because we're not moving. So who knows whether this will all go ahead. But I just want you all to know that if any work starts and things like that, to let us know. I'll get more information from the council. And we're not trying to go to war here, but we've got rights as well. So we don't want to be in a position where he thinks he can just dictate and bully. But if he wants to play that game, then we can have our rights as well. So please feel free to just give us a call if you have any further questions, or reach out, or if you want to arrange a meeting. But I'll be keeping all of you updated on everything as it comes up and any decisions we make. So we love having you all there and appreciate the support. I don't want this to directly impact any of your businesses, and I don't want it to just start happening, like work to start happening without you all knowing what could potentially be coming up. So please feel free to hit me up if you need to. But yeah, thanks for taking the time to watch this, and look forward to seeing you all soon.